over 105 to knock out the world number one Luke Humphries, winning the last two legs to prevail. But voltage, Rob Cross, he went even better, 108.55, reeled off 7 legs on the spin to beat Andrew Gilding 7-3 in the semi-final. 9 Players' Championship titles for Rob Cross, looking for a first since 2023. And it's been a long time for Joe Cullen as well. His last PDC title coming in July 2022 at the Hungarian Darts Trophy. 2 players looking with a smile on their face to enjoy this final. And what a final it promises to be. Paul Nicholson alongside me for this one. Nico, fair to say, 2 masterclass performances from each of them in the semi-finals. We're just hoping for more of the same here.
Absolutely. Just feed us more. Because what we saw from Cullen was delightful. And what we've seen from Gilding at the start of the semi-final against Cross was exceptional. But after that, 3-0 lead, he wouldn't win a leg.
First leg, Rob to throw first.
Right, Rob's got the throw then. First to 8, of course, to win the opening Players' Championship event of the year. We'll be back tomorrow, 1 o'clock local time here for Players' Championship 2. Which of these two will be rocking up tomorrow with another PDC title in their back pocket?
58.
I think it's pretty easy to assume that this game is more important for Joe Cullen than it is for Rob Cross. I'm not trying to detract away from Rob trying to win another title.
180.
But I believe the feed-on effect of winning this game would be better for Cullen than for Cross, who has already won this year.
140.
Yeah, won at the Dutch Darts Masters in Den Bosch. Stephen Bunting in the final there.
So he's not afraid to take out someone who's in form.
180.
And this is just a continuation of what he was doing on the other streaming board about 15 minutes ago.
Well, a possible 11 dart leg to open up proceedings here. Rob Cross, the trademark wipe of the hand on the trousers. Walks up 9 for double 16. Simple as that. Way to go on, Rob Cross, who carries on like he ended his match with Andrew Gilding. And it's electric start here in Wigan for voltage.
67.
Joe's done a good job today of taking out both of the Lukes at the top of the world rankings. But in both games, he got the lead and protected it. He may have to win this final a different way. You have to stay resolute until someone raises your arm in the air. And I have to admit that I've been so impressed with his demeanour today. He looks refreshed, he looks refocused, and everybody's going to have to take notice of that, including Rob Cross.
Yeah, I think more importantly for Joe as well, it looks like he's enjoying it. Too often he's looked like he's got the weight of the world on him. Here he comes back.
140.
Nice third dart. So he's got an advantage, but Cross here should be down to a finish after this visit.
Now what does he do? Well, that's the complexity of 268. You only need one treble to get to a finish, but if you get that treble second with the 18s, you still need something else.
140.
Cullen down to 54 after 12. Rob Cross hoping just to put a bit of pressure
95
on the Yorkshireman, which he does. So 54 then. 14 for tops for Cullen. 2 10s. Well, he didn't miss too many times in that semi-final with Humphries, but he's missed there.
Yeah, he was 50% on his doubles in that semi-final, just like Humphries. Double 12. This is a fascinating move from Rob Cross for me. Never goes 45-36.
Game shot.
He knows exactly what to do. He tries to compartmentalise his game into 3 trebles. 20s, 19s and 18s. Anything else it's the emergency button. And it's 26 darts for the first 2 legs for Cross. But for someone who loves
60.
double 18 as much as he does, I'm amazed that he doesn't go treble 15 for double 18 and 81, but he knows best.
Yeah, he goes the way that he wants to go.
96.
And it was successful for him there, even after missing the double 12. So early advantage for Rob Cross. You mentioned when we were talking about it before, his record in these finals, very good. He's won 9 of 11. Whereas Joe Cullen has appeared in 14 Players' Championship finals, 7 wins, 7 losses.
That's not bad. A 50%
97.
conversion rate in finals is very, very good. But the fact that Cross has got that incredible ratio, he must feel like this title is his.
Well, he was the winner, as we said, in the World Series of Darts. Looking to add a ranking title to that as Cullen.
126.
Decent visit, but not quite enough to get him down to a finish.
I think that's the most pertinent word. Ranking. He is the world number 4. By winning this tournament, he's not going to catch Michael van Gerwen. He'd probably need to win another 9 of these to get anywhere close.
125.
But a lot of the titles he's won over the last 3 years have been non-ranked. New York, Australia,
105.
New Zealand, that kind of thing. They're non-ranked titles. He wants to vault himself back towards personal best territory in the rankings. He's going to have to start winning these and lots of them.
Game shot in the third.
And everything's going his way in this final so far.
It is. Just to add to what you said there, though, Paul, about him winning a lot of non-ranking events, it shows, though, how well he's playing because he's still 4 in the world and he's not picking up regularly titles on the way. So he is accumulating, isn't he?
Absolutely. And we're talking about someone who was barely part of the World Championship just gone.
96.
You look at other people in the top 10 in the world, someone like Damon Heta. He hasn't had any massive runs in major events, but he's still a top 8 player. I just wonder what's possible with Cross this year. He might tick every box. World Series, Players' Championship, Euro Tour. Something like a match play again. He might get the lot this year.
Yeah, he's levels to the game that when he is on song, he's a joy to watch. So is this fella as well.
140.
Looking to establish himself in this final, get his first leg on the board. And crucially for for Cullen, and you mentioned this before, this good run will have further implications,
99.
positive implications for him in future weeks.
Absolutely. He's looking at the bull if he wants it, but he won't.
92.
Sensible. Experienced. And he will be ready for the next one. But by making the final, he is provisionally now in
56.
the International Darts Open and the German Darts Grand Prix.
Like to get this double 16 put away at this visit. What can he see? He's gone left, he's gone right, he's going back left again. And he can't find it, but crucially, he will be back. But that's 5 darts now at a double for Joe Cullen. He's not hit one of them.
I just wonder as well, with every dart he misses at double, does that dent his belief in how clinical he might have to be later in the final?
Game shot in the
Absolutely
fourth
not on that occasion. He's averaging 100 again on this board. But Cross looks ready to stay in that same zone that he was in when he won the world title against Phil Taylor in 2018.
96.
I know about that 107 mark.
Yeah, averaged 104 and change against James Hurrell, and then that 108 average against Andrew Gilding.
96.
And a couple of ton-plus averages as well for Cullen, including that day's best for him against Humphreys when he came from 6-5 down to win it 7-6 in the end.
100.
I was looking through the daily numbers as well, and Cullen had registered 10 more maximums than Rob Cross.
96.
If you'd said that to Rob before the final, he would have said, and I'll just get more 140s. That's how he plays the game. He's not noted as a maximum hitter at all. He's someone who leaves a great finish after 9 to 12 darts and takes it out.
95.
Finishing is where he makes his money.
Yeah. We talk a lot about players and how they manage their workloads. Rob
89.
Cross, who had a disappointing end to last year and then got dumped out early in the World Championship, openly admitted when we spoke to him after that win in Den Bosch that, look, I had 3 weeks off, 3 weeks with the family. Just needed to get away from darts for a little bit, and admitted maybe he was rusty at the start of the season, but
138.
he's got a title and now he's on the verge of picking up a second one.
I think they're both in the same boat. After the Worlds, they needed to disappear.
100.
Straight down the neck of it to leave double 16. This is now a chance. Break here. We're back on throw.
Yeah, big moment here. That's got to be a marker, surely. It is. Tops for Cullen.
100.
Just short of the target. He hoped for a moment it had gone in, but it didn't.
And Cross has got that dart kicking over to block. Now he's got a double blocker. He's going to throw this dart from about 8 feet 2 inches.
He's throwing it from streaming board too, isn't he?
No score.
way through. So a reprieve for Joe Cullen. As you said, a breaker throw here. We're back on throw.
He's had problems down there.
15.
That could be a crucial miss. What a chance to get back into this first half of the final. That one was thrown harder. And he misses
24.
again.
7 darts have been and gone for Joe Cullen. 5 in bits, there's the single one. And there's
Shot
double
the
2.
fifth leg.
Doesn't matter how you get there, as long as you get there. The checkout percentages took a real hammering in that leg, but crucially for Cullen, it's a break back, and now he's throwing to level up the match.
A lot of people will probably say right now that if you're going to win a
57.
title, you need a little bit of luck. I don't see it that way. It's not luck that your opponent misses their target. Sometimes you need
93.
your opponent to miss. And that's exactly what's just happened to Joe.
Well, the key thing is, and
49.
that's a light visit from Cullen. He'll be disappointed with that. The key thing is, if your opponent does miss, you've got to be there to take advantage. And Cullen eventually was on that occasion.
Absolutely right.
180.
No matter what the circumstance, be ready to take it out if you get your opportunity.
140.
Is he fortunate that Cross missed so many chances? Absolutely. But is it luck? No.
Well, Rob Cross is looking to hit Joe Cullen straight back here.
92.
He's on a finish. Cullen here.
Can't stay on 19s.
59.
Good thinking. That switch was a bit mysterious. He was always going to have to go back to the 20s there.
100.
Well, that's a tremendous last start from Rob.
Yeah, already been successful on the 18s, and he's going to be coming back. And it would be
100.
a third successive opportunity here for Cross. There you
Game shot on
go.
the sixth
It is
leg.
another break. A third of the match so far.
Wouldn't be surprised if these players are feeling just a little bit jaded towards the end of this kind of day, because
140.
they haven't been part of a day like this for a good few months.
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier. You know, what are we now approaching 7 o'clock here in the UK. The the players will have been here any time from 10 a.m. this morning, wouldn't they? So, 9 hours they've been here.
Yeah, it's really hard.
180.
You got to put in.
Sorry, correction, 140.
Got to put in the prep a couple hours before. Make sure you're sharp. You got to make sure you're relaxed as well, because walking through that door this morning,
41.
a lot of those players would have been tense.
I've never noticed it before watching Rob Cross, but you can hear him kicking the hockey as he walks up to line himself up. He is very much a methodical as he sets up for his throw. He has that wiping of the hand on the trousers and the kicking of the hockey. There's certain things he's got to go through.
Let's listen. There it is. It's at least 3 times.
That's a 20.
And he's got 96 left here. As he kicks again, he goes through more shoes than any dart player on tour because he ruins the right foot.
105.
Well, he's on for a 13 dart hold of throw here.
60.
And this to move 3 clear for this time. There you go. And he does pick up another leg. Rob Cross had those missed starts at double in leg 5, but he's recovered well now, and his checkout percentage is on the improve here.
97.
Yeah, this one's starting to get away from Joe. He's going to have to find a purple patch, of which he saw against him from Luke Humphries in the semi-final. That kind of thing is needed by Joe right now.
134.
Otherwise, he is going to lose this final of Players' Championship 1.
He is, and while the score looks bad, he's only 1 breaker throw behind. He's got to hold throw
99.
here and get himself back into the battle.
Yeah, keep Rob Cross away from getting a 7th leg. That's the job in this format. He can get to 6
99.
as long as Cullen gets to 5. If he gets to 7, make sure you're at 6.
Yeah, Cullen did come from behind.
43.
But that's another light visit. And Cross has got the darts here. And this potentially a big passage of play in this final.
98.
Down to the big fish.
Bit of a timeout here for Joe. I think he understands that he's going to need to take 262 and 6 if he gets a chance to. And those darts
29.
weren't happening in previous games.
He's missed a lot of darts at double. We've not seen that from him so far today. Not done yet.
59.
That's not the greatest visit in the world from Cross. So Cullen here, get at 133 minimum you would feel here. He might be looking at more than that. That is a great visit from Cullen. Puts the pressure right on Rob Cross.
Immense thinking, great execution. But what happens next? No treble. And Joe
99.
gets his chance to hold to start this comeback.
It's going to be 1 dart at double 16 for a holder throw, and it's right in the bottom corner. And Joe Cullen comes off the ropes there to get the 8th leg. He is only 1 break behind. He's a mile behind in the averages, but if he could break the cross throw here, although that's looking more and more unlikely given that start from Voltage.
That's the thing you don't want to see and hear when you're trying to come back into a match.
140.
You just got to find a way to stay with your opponent when they're playing their best stuff. That's an example of it. He maxes, you get a 140. Just stay in touch as long as you can.
134.
This is great levels from Cross. But Cullen, credit to him, is digging deep here.
180.
Great visit.
Head-to-head between these two is very tight. 8 for Cross, 7 for Cullen. Cross has won the last 2, but they haven't met for 18 months.
58.
They've never met in a final before. They met in the semi-finals of the European Championship in 2021.
128.
This would be crucial if Cross can find it. If he gets a 57, he might look at 2 double 18s.
Shot still on. Got to hit treble 20. Oh, he does. Bullseye. This would be a hammer blow. Joe Cullen is hoping here.
Game
But
shot
hope.
on the 9th leg.
It always gets you in the end. Even Rob Cross acknowledges that was a big moment. He's looking for a fist bump from Joe Cullen. He gets one, but it's a begrudging one from Joe Cullen, who thought he was going to get the chance to break there. It's not done yet, but that was a brilliant, brilliant finish from Cross.
Absolutely right.
100.
Probably a good thing we can't read Joe's thoughts right now, because I think his mind went a bit blue there. But those finishes hurt. Just when you think I'm on the comeback
137.
trail, somebody puts up a gate about 10 feet tall.
But Cullen's
100.
scoring was better in that last leg. Still, well, he's running out of time now, because even though he's only a break behind, he would then need to break again to win the final. So he's up against it
177.
here.
Well, here's the problem. He's now got to win this final from here 5-1
60.
or 5-0 against someone playing as well as Rob is. That's tough.
Yeah, well, we know these players can reel off multiple legs, but the problem at the moment is Cross is still
133.
producing immense levels of darts, and Cullen here, I think, maybe senses he's starting
140.
to run out of time. This to move within one.
He knows he's close. And he will not throw until he's comfortable.
Game shot in the 10th.
And there's a lesson in itself. When you feel good, you throw. When you aren't, don't. And there's something very comfortable about being 7-3 up in a final, averaging 105.
Yeah. What a double of performances, semi-final and final.
180.
And he fires in yet another maximum, his 5th of this final. Joe Cullen is
134.
okay, missed a few doubles early on, but Rob Cross has been on point, and barring that 5th leg when he missed 7 darts at a double, Rob Cross, he's been clinical on the
140.
outer ring and the bullseye when he's needed it, and he's down to 181 after 6.
Incredible performance.
100.
If you think this is good, how about when he won Players' Championship 19 in Dublin in 2017, his rookie season? He beat Peter Wright in a final 6-2, averaging 113. Grabbing people
89.
by the neck and saying, do you know who I am? Well, we know who you are, Rob. Might just be winning a Players' Championship
83.
once again.
Can he do it here and now? Possible 11 dart leg to really wrap it up in style. Will he use that as a marker? Well, he tried to. He knows he'll be back. Joe Cullen, nothing he can do from 184. It's pick your double time, Rob.
56.
Well, this effort from Joe has been valiant. But it does look like he's coming up one short. With Rob on double 18 to win,
54.
maybe the next thing is inevitable.
Double 18, been pretty good up this area of the board. He always is pretty good up this area of the board. This for the title. Just a reset. Inside now then. Is there hope for Cullen? No,
Then
there
shot.
isn't.
And
Rob
the
Cross
match. Rob
finishes
Cross.
it off in style,
Thank you.
winning by 8 legs to 3. The rock star was very, very good throughout the day today, but in the final it was Voltage who had just too much for him, averaging 104.6, 40% on the outer ring, 5 180s. It's the 10th Players' Championship title for Rob Cross, who's beaten Cullen by 8 legs to 3.